could answer this one a lot better than me.
There is a problem.
He is military, ex-military.
Yeah, but there is a problem with the wind. Wind, firstly, he also calculated the wind.
Looking obese, devil threw shots at me. I'm flat like Canada geese. Man, I got locked. Lose sight of my car whenever I cross my. You know that boy right there too cold, but he be chasing that fool's gold. Ain't no whole world that didn't lose show. Ain't no whole world that didn't lose. I know they want me to tell guys. I gotta go for the truth though. I know the only one who grows. Whenever I go and lose, oh, I had to call again. Don't wanna fall again. Running from all my sin. Over the tallest fence. Laying with Harley Quinn. Running from Saul again. I need a father, bit of some solace. Get in the water, swim.
It depends of lots of factors. The factor which path bullet takes. Because somewhere in the C example, they will take the shortest path. In the artillery,
I got to address the comments right there for a second while it's right there. Did Mythbusters, didn't they do that? Wasn't that on a fucking show actually? They shot a cannon straight up in the air and the ball came right back down into it.
Yeah, it was Mythbusters. And with that being said, ZillBG, so if you go watch a video on my page, you can go click on my name and go look at my page. I actually have a video that debunks Coriolis effect as well, with a golf ball. And yeah.
Can I add something? When you're shooting something up, just a reminder, Earth moves. That moves the cannon. And when you shot something from the moving cannon will also shoot the projectile that move with the Earth and the cannon. You can try that with a car, with a nerve gun. If you shoot something from the right with 50 kilometers an hour, the nerve gun will shoot a bullet that also goes for the left, to the left. It would be true if it was the vacuum, but air resistance would slow it down significantly. But yeah, if you shot something up, exactly up, not left, not right, up, the bullet will go. But if you shoot something really high up, and bullet has to make path, bullet bullet has to go left or right, the final destination after it will be seen after many kilometers, because you will not use it in the every day. That's used for really far theories. Then you have to calculate Coriolis effect into it.
Okay, so I just find it funny that Coriolis gets turned on and off just as much as gravity does for you guys. Right.
It's not turned off. It's
but
just.
it is.
Like I live in Tornado Alley, it debunks the choreo with the weather. You got the just interrupted for the meteorologist's jaw hit the floor when it happened again on TV. The anticyclonic tornadoes, it happens to each other. They'll rotate opposite directions of the one next to it when they're supposed to be the same direction on the northern hemisphere. But we observe this every year in Tornado Alley. Thanks.
2 hurricanes have never done that in the history of measuring hurricanes.
I have claims that they do from weather sources, but either way, it does with tornadoes all the time, and meteorologists can't explain it.
What weather sources do you trust, though?
Local weather sources, NOAA that says you have to have, and all that stuff. We trust those parts because that's factually repeatable and accurate and historically known.
Bring up the Weather Network all the fucking time because the Weather Network,
ironically named after the guy that survived the last flood, Noah. But anyway, yeah, they talk about that the anticyclonic tornadoes right next to a cyclonic tornado, like down the street, miles away, not states away. This happens all the time. Well, not all the time, but I mean pretty frequently. That his jaw hit the floor the last time I seen it. I think they picked it up in a viral video or something. I don't know, but I watched it live and yeah, I see it. And double take to his other lady over there does weather, and it was like, oh yeah. So basically, what's going on here? I'm not allowed to say much, but it's an anticyclonic tornado. It's where the tornado rotates backwards next to these other tornadoes, the opposite direction of the rest of them. I don't know why. He couldn't, and that's what straight up kind of how he said it. So I don't know, that's all. Yeah, sorry. And furthermore, there's rare to have hurricanes and cyclones beyond the south of the equator. It's rare if it does happen. That's a well-known fact too. Where
in 3D Portal, your gravity gets turned on and off all the time. All gravity is weight. That's it. But but they want to call your fucking 9.2 second square drop rate or whatever. That's your. How come everything don't fucking feel it? As soon as you hit the ground, there's nothing pulling you down anymore. I light my lighter. The flame's not coming down. Why isn't the flame coming down to the ground?
Whose dog just killed someone?
What's that?
Whose dog just killed
Don't
someone?
use that word. Please don't use that word on here.
Okay,
You cannot say the K word. You cannot say that.
Bro, then history lives would be painful.
Thanks, Kyle.
Live. Okay.
Thanks, Kyle. It's cool that you guys got a time for what goes up must come down. And that could be proven. Just like anything with your G equation, can be subletted out for MA. What happened to Rip?
I don't know. He and Anon left.
Sorry. What did I do wrong?
Hello?
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, Leo's Reality. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you guys?
Pretty good, pretty good.
That's awesome. Hey guys, give me a word of wisdom. I want to learn something.
Well, what do you want to learn?
I have to go.
A word of wisdom, whatever you have, like whatever
Here
you
it
have
is
to
flat.
teach me.
I will tell you the best thing that was ever told to me.
Yes, thank you. That's exactly what I want to know.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Don't stop moving.
It's moving. Okay.
When you stop moving, things start to die off. Forget what they do.
Shit.
I was at a store, a Dollarama, and I had this little old lady in front of me, pure white hair, turned around out of nowhere, looked up at me, and she said, "Don't stop moving." That's it.
And you stop
That's all.
moving.
Nope,
Okay.
that's all she said to me. I was sitting there, and I had my ex-girlfriend beside me at the time. I kind of looked
And
at
you've been
her.
stopping moving since then.
Oh, I never stop moving now. Hey, Wobby.
Okay.
But yeah, she was 99 years old and still driving herself places. So yes,
She could have had a driver though.
that is my best advice.
Okay.
Is that all?
So, nah, go ahead, guys.
More clerk
You
here
don't
to
want
the
me to
guy in
go.
the
Yeah, you
comments.
don't want me to go because if I go, yeah, I will go.
Oh no, you can stay. Like, ask away. You have questions? Ask away.
You cannot answer my questions. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so what are your questions before you try and say I can't answer your questions? Because I've never seen you before, so you have no idea.
Are you ready?
That's an assumption fallacy that we can't answer all of them.
Oh shit! There we go.
Let's hear your questions, Leo's Reality.
My question is: in any country you're born, you think your country is the best. In any religion, you think your religion is the best. Any race, you think your race is the best. And then my question is this: every nation unlike each other right now, I'm a lord of freedom, and yeah. But then they all brainwash much.
100%. And we're all
welcome to
ran by
Flat
the
Earth.
same people. Welcome to Flat Earth. Hey, Leo's Reality. How many wobbly pops have you had today?
About 7.
That's what I thought. Have a great day, Leo's Reality.
Thank you very much, Crucis.
So DJ, did I read that correctly in chat? You used to be a Globie?
Me?
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't specifically a glare if I say that as a troll, but I mean, I grew up on the globe and I ignored it for years till about 5 years ago. I'm like, what the hell? And then 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, I was like, no way, it's freaking flat, dude. These guys don't have anything as a response or a counterclaim. But I just try to use that because they act brand new. Like, they don't know what the globe is. We got to educate them right now. Quick, Kyle, get the books out. Take them to the library room. You know what I mean? These people. So for the guy in the comments, we were all Glovers. We want Rick and Morty and the Jetsons to be real, but so far it doesn't exist.
100%. Rip, welcome back.
What
Hey,
up?
did you
It's
leave?
all
Because you got
Morty. I swear to God, they lied. I lied. I replaced your whole memories with the globe. It's flat.
What'd you say?
Did you get your car?
Nah, they
pushed it back till the 2nd.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pissed, bro. They sent me I couldn't even fucking sleep last night. I was like excited and anxious and shit. They emailed me at 5 in the morning. Was like, your car is on the way, and I was like, oh shit, I don't even want to go back to sleep because I was like, I don't want to like miss it. It's way early. And then they messaged me like a few hours later saying it was delayed, and I was like, oh yeah, what a fucking dick tease, bro. Like.
So they pulled over and they're like, fuck it. We just want chill here for a bit.
Oh, man. So annoying.
Unless their driver got fucking time stopped.
I have no idea. What?
Where's it coming from?
They're limited, right? You could only drive, well, here in Canada, you could only drive for 13 hours.
I don't know. But yeah, whatever. I'm kind of pissed off. Well, hopefully it actually comes on the 2nd. Hung these things on my wall today. Thought they were pretty cool. Like,
That's sick.
Flower of Life.
I like that.
The Ether. And whatever the fuck that is, I forget what it's called. Yeah.
Well, it's still the same thing as a Flower of Life. They all are. So it's all symmetry, right? Cymatics.
Yeah.
That's what that is. That's cymatics.
Pretty dope.
That's your stars. That's actually what's up in your sky.
Yep.
Seed of life.
I'll tell you though, I can't say very much, but I was on psychedelics one time and I seen all these geometric shapes like that and the patterns just kind of come in the background on everything on the walls in purple. It just started to like, you know what I mean? Almost like the Matrix when he starts to see all the green when he gets to that point. It was weird. Must be true sacred ancestor stuff, I guess.
So yeah, whatever, dude. The 2nd, I guess. Hopefully, I'm supposed to turn my lease in on the 2nd, but I think I got like a week grace period. So.
Well, that's 3 days away. 3 days away.
Yeah, man.
Fuck. Okay, so that's not because of his fucking timing, drive time. That's them being a dink now.
What'd you end up getting?
Oh, a fucking sexy ass piece of shit.
Sexy ass piece of shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. You sexy ass motherfucker.
It's a CLA 45 AMG Mercedes.
Jesus Christ, big baller.
Right?
Yeah, I'm like kind of
Show it,
like
show
fuck.
it.
What?
Show it.
Show it. Show it.
Look at that thing. Look at that thing.
You even got the 4-door.
Yeah, it's got the matte paint job
You
on
ain't got
there.
no babies. What are you gonna put back there?
Got that matte paint. Shit's sick, bro. Can't wait. I just gotta tint it. The windows are too see-through. Just gotta throw some tint on there. Really? Be cool.
Bro, don't go. I don't know what your legality is down there, but I let my son do my car and fucking, because I had just the normal tint from Honda. So they ripped off my tint and I got 5% all the way around. And it is ridiculous to drive at nighttime. I'll tell you what.
I know, dude. I had 5% on my one of my older cars, and I had to like roll my window down just to merge onto the highway and stuff. It's like, yeah, I might put like 30% or something on there, not 5. 5 is just like.
Hey, Rip, are you going to get yourself a baby mama to pop out some little ones for that sedan?
That's why I said you
Fuck
even
yeah.
got the 4-door. You ain't got no babies to go back there.
I
That's
know,
for
but
shopping.
Rip's
whatever.
ready.
They don't make that.
Rip, you need to bring some baby flurfs into this world, bro.
I know. They don't make that, the coupe, anyways. But I had an SUV, like, you know? So I
Yeah,
just had
man.
an SUV. I could at least, like, I mean, a coupe, like, yeah, it's cool. But a two-door, but whatever. At least I got a back seat. Like,
Right? Now you got space when you go shopping.
Or what is it?
All
well,
that safety can go back in the back seat.
yeah, and that car will smoke most two-doors anyway. I ain't even tripping. That shit's fast.
It's even got launch control for them.
Even got launch control.
Whoa, does it like count down T minus? That'd be sick, bro.
You better calculate that Coriolis.
Major Tom starts playing.
Fucking safety to that.
Oh man.
How's it going, Mike?
Oh, you know, right? Just came back from doing a grocery store run, one of my favorite fucking shopping trips, right? I hate that shit.
Me too.
It is one of the things that I didn't realize how much I appreciated, how much my ex always did the grocery shopping. And I fucking hate grocery shopping, man. I love cooking, but spending time in a grocery store trying to find the shit I'm trying to look for, no, thank you.
To be fair, I don't like grocery shopping either. But
Although there's a super cutie at the deli, so I don't mind going. So
oh, there you go. See? You get to get those looks in there.
yeah. I tried to say hi, but it came out like a prepubescent fucking tweenager. God damn, it was terrible.
Teenager? Hi.
Oh, that's awesome.
The only thing that was missing was my crackling voice. But the rest of the awkwardness, I swear, was there. I'm like, wow, I'm like out of practice talking to women, man.
Right.
Yeah.
After it's been a while, it's
Well, you know what? It's not that I'm out of practice talking to women. It's this. When a guy really like sees someone where it's like, okay, I would really like this to go somewhere, right? You have all the pressure of like, if I fuck this up, there is none of anything in the future with this person. Right? So then we start tripping up over our words and blah blah. I don't know how you do it, man, but I can't do it.
Not only that, after that you have to go shopping again and see her again.
I don't actually mind that part because I can like I'll fucking talk to her in a way that I'll just, you know, make her feel good about herself for the day, and then, you know, if I end up getting my number out of it, then that's fine, and if not, then at least she's smiling, whatever.
You said me? You don't know how I do it?
Yeah.
Well, honestly, like nowadays, I mean, I used to hit on girls all the time, but nowadays I usually just.
You tell them you're gonna bitch slap them with your.
Nah, but like I remember, I was 15 years old, and I told this girl. Well, this girl came up to me and she's like, "Oh, my friend thinks you're cute," and I was like, "Tell her to S my D," and she comes back like 2 minutes later and she said she would. And I was like, okay. So I learned at a young age, you know, like just
say
it. Yeah. But now I don't, I don't really hit on.
So that's the trick. I just got to go around telling chicks to suck my dick.
Yeah, I mean,
I
don't think
not
that's gonna work.
suggest that. I do not suggest that behavior.
yeah.
Yo,
Hold on. Unless you're looking for a sleaze bag, I mean, that's always
See,
possible,
that's the thing.
but don't be going around saying, suck my dick when you want a good girl.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. That's where the pressure comes on because I'm looking for like a real good one. So if I think that you might fit that category, then I will approach you. But that means that there's like oh fuck, like I really want it to work, right? But then the pressure and then the fucking no.
Well, the thing is, like anymore,
I should live it the next time I talk to a chick. You guys would just be rolling on the floor laughing.
I don't really hit on girls anymore. Maybe once in a blue moon, but I usually let them like not necessarily even come to me, but at least give me a look or like a green light in a way, and then I will. And that takes a lot of the pressure off, I think, it's not because of pressure or anything like that. I just feel like the world has changed, society's changed, everybody's like way more antisocial, and there's so many creeps on the internet. So even if you approach a girl in person, like tons of dudes are just labeled as creeps anymore because there is a lot of them. You know what I mean? So I just kind of fall back and play it cool. If a girl gives me a certain look or a smile or
Yeah, totally.
whatever, then I mean, you could usually tell. She'll start playing with her hair, like doing some weird shit. You know what I mean?
I can't tell when I got ADHD. I fucking pick up on every little thing that they do, and it's like, well, fuck, okay, what does that mean? What does that mean? What does this mean? What does that mean?
Well, I like pick it up, but I'm like, nah, no way.
Right?
She did that for me, you know, like.
Yeah, she's just being nice. She's being friendly. Now if I say
Exactly.
something, I'm gonna be the creep. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, you're like, oh, she was just acting chill, you know. It wasn't that way, or I always suppose it's for someone else or whatever.
Yeah, because I have gotten the just because I'm really nice to you doesn't mean I like you. It's like, whoa, holy fuck, all right.
Right? Mind you,
Yeah.
I've had to give that out. Just because I'm nice to you doesn't mean I like you.
Yeah, fair.
Like
I'm nice to everybody.
It's
Like-
happened. It was like my sister, well, my friend's sister, and like she's being nice to me, but I'm like, wow, she's just nice because it's his sister, you know, and I'm his friend. But I ended up fucking both of his sisters.
Oh, right.
Mattman, what does that comment mean?
Huh? Globalists can't admit the sun doesn't go below the horizon in Antarctica. Is he
Right.
claiming anyone that doesn't admit the sun doesn't go below the horizon in Antarctica is a globalist?
Or a glober. I mean, it should get closer to the horizon than what we've seen on the. But yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Kind of
I
what's
didn't
up,
catch
y'all?
half of what he said.
Okay. Are you a glober or are you a flat earther?
probably
All right, I'm going to go that I'm in the middle right now.
Okay.
I'm looking for one answer, and I think that can prove it either way.
What's it?
I'd like for a globalist or a glober, I don't know what we call them now, to answer, please.
Okay, so you are calling a glober or a
How can we
globe.
get that on this panel? Because none of us are globies. We're all flat earthers. We all know the earth is flat.
All right, so here's a good one for the flat earth crew. If I'm in Antarctica and I'm trying to see the sunrise, the sun is already above the horizon before it gets there.
You know that gay dude?
Okay.
There's no way that the sun goes below the horizon in Antarctica, which could prove that there's no curve.
So all it does is it goes away from you, right?
Right.
Which is the horizon. In Antarctica, you are right that they won't see the sun south of them. It's always going to be north, coming in from the northeast and going to the northwest.
Right.
Right. But at the same time, you never see it below the horizon. When it comes in and there's the daylight coming in, you see the daylight before you see the sun. So once you start to see the sun, it's above the horizon. And it never goes below the horizon.
Now, I would say it's within your spectrum of vision, right? Because it doesn't really go above or below anything. It just goes away from and into.
Right.
that's that. So I got kicked out of a couple of the Globe chat rooms today because I'm like, hey, does the sun come in? Does the sun come in or does it rise in Antarctica? And they're like, oh, it's in the Capricorn, it's in the Cancer, you know. They just want to keep repeating that. I'm like, well, is it above the horizon? And they're like, oh, they can't answer it. It hurts their feelings so bad that they have to admit that the sun never goes below their horizon.
Yeah. So like,
So Matt, I have
Thanks,
a
you guys.
question for you.
Great.
Why are you on the fence, I guess? Like, what leads
No,
you to be in between?
no, there's none of that. I'll never be a globalist. That's ridiculous. But I did want to try to maybe talk to a globe guy, whatever. I don't know what to call him.
Okay, yeah, I think that's where we're getting confused because a globalist is like economy based, but if you're talking like
Right.
like a globie, then we're talking about the shape of the Earth.
Right.
I think all of the globies are globalists. I can't tell them apart.
well, on the app because I mean,
I mean, I disagree with you because a lot of globies will agree with what we talk about with like there's overreaching government control, too much taxation, you know, the system's kind of broken. Well, a lot of globies will agree with that, but they're stuck on the shape of the Earth.
We got one that doesn't believe in gravity, but he believes in everything else on the globe. He comes on every day.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, that blows my mind. He doesn't believe in gravity, and then I talked to tons of them that probably a quarter of globes that don't believe in the moon landing, but they can't get their mind around
Right.
them taking the rest.
Right.
The gravity one got me. He's like, no, there's no way. I seen where y'all showed the university documents. I looked into it further. It makes sense, and that's all I'll say. Is what he said.
I had one globe guy. He was like, "Yeah, the sun does rise in the northeast in Antarctica." And the panel shut him down, and a new guy came in and said, "Well, look, I found it sets rises in the south." And the guy was like, "Yeah, he's right. It does rise in the south." I'm like, man, it don't even rise. You know what I mean? It comes in. Well, we don't live in Antarctica. We don't know. We can't tell you. We don't know where the we don't know where the west coast of Antarctica. There is no south coast of Antarctica. I'm like,
Everything
man.
merges. The sky and the ground merge and it disappears. That's all that happens. So half of the sun looks reflected because it's ate by the vanishing point. And you zoom in, you get more, and it comes back into view. There is no rising or falling or any of that. Everything is getting
Right.
eaten by that imaginary or by that line right there. And the only way you can get the left side is if they tilt the nose up. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's dropped, but you tilt the nose up. The only way you can make the artificial horizon show that much of a gap while you're flying through there. Planes
Right.
again, the carpentry level will show you.
That picture up in the top right corner, Diaco, or
Yep, Dyko, man. Sorry.
that photo is the best proof. I mean, look at that. Yep, that's one. Look at that. And I like that same video where he shows that you're in a circle and then everything else is perspective. It just, you got this flat circle around you. Yeah, I like the perspective. That's cool.
They support what you're saying. The center's always to the shoulder. They're constantly, you see
Yeah.
it zoomed in, they're constantly making slight left turns or right turns depending on east or west.
Well, and
Yeah.
that's the issue that a lot of globies have is they just don't really understand perspective, and it
They
gets
don't
into the
look at all
circular
this to see what's
conversation.
going on, when it comes like to the left turns, they just assume half of them they're fighting each other on whether or not it's an actual nosedive or not, still to this day, and it's gotta be. It's gotta be measured somehow.
Right. But
It
it's
counts
just
for
a
everything
flat.
else that happens. Anyway.
I love flat Earth, man. I tell my girl all day. I'm like, I love being on a flat Earth. I mean, it just makes me happy. I'm not scared of comets coming down to blow up the Earth. You know what I mean? I'm not scared of volcanoes blowing up the Earth. I know it could happen, but I don't think it's going to be a mass disaster like.
Man, how about everything we've lived through the last 20 years, 25, 30 years, you know? I'm not scared about Y2K. I'm not scared about 2012. I'm not scared about
Right.
times the earth was supposed to fucking keel over in our lifetime. It was all
Right.
supposed to come to a crashing end. Acid rain, like, come on.
Ready for it.
Yep.
Bring it on. Come on. They're like, oh, the nukes. Aren't you ready
When
for the nukes? You're
Yeah,
not
man.
scared enough.
When you're awake to the fact that it's all a deception and we've been lied to our whole life, and there's so many people that are living in fear. There's a woman down the road from me. She's in her 70s, and she's been living pretty much her entire life preparing for the end that has never came.
Well,
Can you
basically,
imagine? Right?
want
You
us
never
now.
actually living. She never actually went to like go on vacation because she was scared she wouldn't be here when shit was going to go down. She was always preparing. It was right around the corner. Like, what a way to live life.
Yeah.
That's
Couldn't
honestly
imagine.
It's
like
sad.
that's sad. So sad.
Super sad.
They want us dead already, you know. If they could, they would, you know. The thing with the nukes and all the stuff, they try to be like, oh yeah, the five. We would have done croak. They threatened like, hey, we're gonna shut off the planet. Here's the clock. It's getting closer, and then they reset it and by time. They're just keeping everybody on their toes. And the youth always nervous, so we don't get further. We're just constantly waiting for them just to kill us. Then we'll just figure it out in the afterlife or wherever we go. But no, we have a chance here to take this place back and make something better and kind of just revamp things now that we got this little window that even the government's like, oh shit. I mean, Congress is empty the last 5 months. They just took off.
Hang on. So your picture you got up right now.
Yes,
Like,
sir.
can
That's
everybody see what? Can everybody see what's going on in it?
the
Yep.
top is a normal trip. The bottom is what we had at the TFE. That's just crazy. And we did see the vape in the other time lapse picture to
No, I
clarify
know,
the vape gate.
but I just want to use these two pictures as I can see it clear as day looking at this. So
It looks like there's no shadows on the top picture. Where are all the shadows of the people? There's no shadows.
right, right. So there's a couple things that I want to point out. Everything from Antarctica has been photoshopped, has been edited, has been everything. That's why the 24-hour time lapse have always been dismissed by us. But what I can say and what I will say about this picture, okay, is look at the mountains. Look at the horizon. This is what you're looking at, right? So the horizon line to the top picture is actually where?
Below them.
Well, it's below the top three and right
Right.
alongside with the guys on the floor.
Right.
Like
Right.
you can see that like the distance texture. Now you
Right.
got these guys in the bottom picture, and that mountain is touchable. But if you look at
Great eye.
if you look at the features of the mountain, you know damn well that that's a distance, right? But it looks like they could turn around, walk 40 feet, and touch it.
Great eye.
In the video, the guy, this mountain is how far? Just guess. And then he doesn't tell you. And then it's like, it looks, his hands around there. It looks so close.
Yeah, you're right about that, bro. It
Yeah.
should.
The South Pole. The
You
South
should
Pole is
see a
behind that
change
mountain.
in probably a much more significant change in like angular resolution. Should be like way kind of I guess closer to the horizon. It's smaller because yeah, it is in the distance, but it does look like it's just right there.
Yep.
That's
Yeah,
how
what
big
gets
objects
me
work.
is the shadows coming off of their feet, converging together.
Oh, in the bottom picture?
It'd be like looking at a fence, right, and seeing all of the fence posts in the light. It would never do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, in
Great
the
eye.
bottom picture with the shadows, you got 9 people there. 7 people have a diverging shadow one way from the angle of instance, and then the 2 on the very far left,
2 on the
they have a
left.
separate angle of instance.
It just looks like
Unreal.
the people on the left are more in line, and the ones that are off to the right are further away from being set to the.
Said the other day, I do think they could potentially have a 24-hour sun in Antarctica, but
No.
there's too many crazy things about that, bro. It's like, why would they have to keep faking
Yeah, I
it? I
agree with
don't
you.
really think that's real, but I was watching some stuff because I was curious.
I fully
And
believe they went.
the other day, like just non-biased people who don't, it's not about globe earth or flat earth, just people, I just typed in like Antarctica summer on YouTube, and I was just watching some videos of people's like personal experience, whether they work there, whatever the case may be, and a lot of people were just talking about there being like a midnight sun there. So
So,
I think there was a 24-hour sun, and I
no.
see how it happens on the flat Earth.
No.
It was predicted a year ago from the books. We have that on them, but this is from the Gleason map. It says no sunlight past the 80th, so it either has to be reflecting, but everybody's trying to go back to the no land beyond, the smaller dome convection there. I don't think so, because people that got on top of the ice would have went and got stopped by the dome by now. The only thing is one guy drilled to the firmament, and people can't get on the ice. So, because how tall the wall is. But the people that have got up there, they could go all the way out and hit the dome and see that it's bending down to cause this. But the only other thing that we have to say the dome's bending down, in my opinion, is the flat rainbows in the sunlight that we do observe at the thing, at the Capricorn. I'm sorry, go ahead. But that's what this says, but it could be wrong. It's the Gleason map. It could just mean regular sunlight. It's not
Right.
talking about it. There's more to the map.
So the
Right.
thing is, with Antarctica, they have what? How many bases you could go look at their videos? 6 bases all around.
Something like that.
Perfect. Now during that time of the 24-hour sun, you could sit there and still go because that websites were still open, and some of those bases were sitting in the dark. So if
Right.
some of those 6 bases were sitting in the dark, there is no way for them to have the sun the way that they did. There is no
It
possible
passes.
way for a sun to be a 24-hour sun in the south, because from the center out, as we know, from the center of the equator out, everything gets wider and bigger. Everything in research, any scientist will tell you that. It gets
Right.
wider and bigger. That's why we have many more time zones in the south than we do in the north. With that being
I
said,
agree with all that.
in all the research I've done on a 24-hour sun, I've always said the 24-hour sun will not work in the south, even if it is a reflection. Now, if it was a reflection, you would see a breaking point, right? There would still be that instant where the 2 points would not be symmetrical, especially, right? Because you got your personal dome of vision that is a lot smaller than the Great Dome.
I still fully believe that they went, and I've seen zero
I mean,
evidence that they haven't.
ChatGPT even said that there would be spots like that where it looks weird in between the nodes that y'all claimed. I asked it about the nodes, what physics would be needed, and it said it's all possible to reflect everything off the ice and off the dome curving right there, and all this different atmospheric conditions could cause it to happen, and it matches the flat Earth geometry, but the radius parallel not having sunlight according to Gleason map still concerns me too.
Yeah. And then it's not the
I
Gleason
wouldn't put all your eggs in the Gleason Maps basket, though.
Yeah. So
Well,
like I use the Weather Network app, and I hopped onto Google Earth to find the most southern point that's civilized. Right? So there's people there. Do you know where that is? Does anybody know?
It's one of the islands, I can't remember.
In light,
South America.
No. So it's called Port au Francis. Port au Francis. And it is, let me pull it up here.
Is it even close to the 60th?
Yep. So Port au Francis is just southwest of South Africa. It's in between South Africa and Australia. It's even more south than fucking Invercargill, New Zealand. Okay? So it's Port au Francis. And then I turned around, and because the Weather Network app, you could find anywhere of existence on this plane of existence. The cool thing is I can't find Antarctica anywhere, but I was able to find Port au Francis. And like even still right now, right? Port au Francis has a sunrise at 4:16 and a sunset at 8:27. It's always had a day and a night, a day and a night, a day and a night, just like everything else. But then you go in and again you research the midnight sun because it's absolutely freaking beautiful. So you got places up like Inuvik, Canada, Northwest Territories. They're actually a place that sits 65 days of darkness while the sun's sitting down there dancing around the Tropic of Capricorn. But then when you watch the sun come back to the Tropic of Cancer, you can see clear as day the dance along the horizon for the 24-hour sun. And nothing to what they gave us would ever match.
I think we're missing a lot of the footage from there that we're gonna get probably around like January or whenever they make their little crappy movie that they want to make out of it.
After it's been completely doctored and edited.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm sure we'll get way more info and we'll be able to like dissect it and see more what's up with that. Because right now I can't really make an opinion on it because I feel like I don't have enough information. So I'll.
Yeah, but the information's already out there, Hugo.
I've been
Not all of it.
on the whole
Part of it.
topic.
I
One of the
do
big things
believe
for
that
me is
if there's following for TFE, that the end of it, and I said this the other day, I took a lot of heat for it, but if you agree or defend the TFE after watching the interviews and body language and all of the falsification that's come out in that, anybody who supports TFE should be checked wholeheartedly in there because
TFE.
I
I don't
personally
support TFE. I hope
right.
I hope
I'm
you're
just
not
saying.
talking about me.
No. I'm not talking about anybody on
Okay.
this panel. I took heat for it in a different live. Because there are big names in our community who support TFE who have said, why would they go and use a studio and then
Why would they lie?
and I took a lot of heat for that. But I think that if you trust it after watching all of the stuff that's come out, that you should be checked as a truther, honestly,
For
because
real.
there's too many things that are not adding up.
Imagine flat earthers who like entertain all people all the time and then the flat earthers are like, why would they lie?
Right. Isn't that just so fucking like an oxymoron right there?
Yeah.
It's fucked up. But can I ask who gave you heat? I'd like to know.
Well, Flat was there. I took a lot of shit. People were, I think I was in Flat. Whose live was it? Was it Shapes or Shannon's? I can't remember. It was one of the two, but Flat was there. I don't know if he's still here, but
Who was giving you smoke over in Shannon's life?
well, Nathan was kind of pissed off at me, and
Yeah, well, who gives a fuck about Nathan? He's a Mason. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it to his face. I mean, I don't trust him.
was it Dips? Okay, it was Dips. Okay.
Oh, okay. I don't really trust
Are you
Nathan.
talking about Enoch?
Yeah, Enoch the TikTok.
100%.
What do you mean? Didn't you guys? Well, did he post it that he's gonna get an RV and start
Yeah,
to talk about flat Earth.
Yeah, I'm just saying I took heat from him because of the fact that I was saying that anybody who supports TFE should be checked in their truther, because there were comments made by him stating that why would they use the studio and this and that, just some questionable things. I mean, I don't want to get into it. I've already,
a lot of gatekeeping
I've
shit.
already had a conversation. There's been a lot of
Caleb
damage
said that though,
control
because he didn't want us
that's
to show
happened way
immediately go
too
left field.
fast for my liking. I mean, why would they be so on top of damage control? And things like that. There's just a lot of things to question. So
I don't trust the whole group, to be honest with you. There's a group of them, you know.
Yeah, I sat in on that
You to be the
conversation.
leaders, you know, like they like to call themselves the leaders, like they're the flat Earth pioneers, and because they've spread truth, they can't fucking mix lies. That's how I feel. Okay, honestly. Okay, I felt that way for a long ass time. I just, you know, I'll hold my tongue. You know, I never. It took me a long time to even follow Enoch. Okay, like when you're on National Geographics and you're on fucking, you're a part of that. There's no way you're part of the club and not being a part of the club. I
Damn straight.
I don't
It's
care.
just impossible.
I'm factual
Facts.
with feelings, and even my own, and even if it was somebody that I really loved, you know, and admired, okay, I'd put myself in check. Okay. You know, I don't give a fuck if you come out and you tell 1,000 truths. If you're spreading fucking 5 lies,
Watch video too, though. That's what I want to know.
well, there's some questionable shit. Like, you know, like is wearing a hat with a symbol on it, you know, I don't know.
There you go.
Honestly, I've met the guy and he's
I
a
don't
good
like
guy, and
There you
he's
I
go.
gonna
understand.
probably start
There
traveling
you
the
go.
States and Mexico with me to debunk the globe
Yeah,
and make flat Earth
it's fine.
observations.